When working on a short film, there's lots of questions you have to ask yourself. Am I managing my time wisely? Is the pacing right? Is it interesting? These are all questions I used to grapple with in the past. However, now, at Nunik Entertainment, we have a new perspective on how we look at shorts. This all comes from a new label of a technical exercise, which allows us to experiment with new filmmaking techniques in a much smaller scale. We're not the first to do this. In the early stages of the Walt Disney Company, they used silly symphony cartoons in order to experiment with animation techniques, music, and storytelling. They were able to innovate animation through the use of Technicolor and the invention of the multi-plane motion picture camera. For Holiday Blues, the focus was to play with lighting, effects, using music, and most importantly, conveying feeling. This baseline is important for us now to look back on and to see if it was a successful technical exercise or not, which it should be because it's all about telling your story and most importantly, learning through the process. If you're also an independent filmmaker strapped for cash, we'd highly recommend using technical exercises as a way to elevate your filmmaking and as a way to measure if your project is a success.
Which it should be no matter what.
Which it should be no matter what.
Before we jump into the breakdown, let me explain how we made this and just how no budget it is, cause that term gets thrown around a lot. For pre-production, we used Scenarist, a free screenplay writing software, and Storyboarder, a free storyboarding software. During production, we used my iPhone XR as the camera, this rig from Amazon, this Rode mic which connects to my phone. All of this was purchased 2 years ago on sale for past projects. For shooting, we used the Blackmagic app, which gives you incredible control over your smartphone camera, and is good practice if you want to later move on to a digital camera. Now, onto post-production. For editing, DaVinci Resolve was used, and for making the thumbnail, we used GIMP, or GIMP. For recording a voiceover, Audacity was used, which is what we used for High Noon, and which is what I'm using right now.
I want to preface this by saying that the whole purpose of a technical exercise is to learn through doing. It's a learning process.
But there are goals.
But there are goals. So looking back at it, I'd say it was successful.
The lighting looks nice, but we had some trouble due to the iPhone's own limitations on picking up low light exposure, where the footage looks, well, it looks blotchy. Effects I'm happy with. I like the reverb on the voice mixed with my own voice acting. I like the transitions and light effects. We can say that that was all successful.
Now, does it convey feeling? I'd say it does. I'm not ecstatic or anything, but I'd say this is pretty good in setting us up very nicely moving forward.
Some bonuses are that this was the first time I shot for the edit. Thanks to my storyboarding, I had a clear roadmap of how the editing process will go, so it made filming and editing a lot faster. I learned the importance of color, as I made sure all interior scenes had a more aggressive orange glow, while the exterior scenes are blue and cool. This shows how the protagonist is feeling. That feeling of cool, calm peace was last felt outside, while the present is more aggressive.
I learned some things for acting, like how difficult it can be acting against yourself.
But these were the main things I planned to do. I ended up learning how to save footage, because here you can see that these are two different takes spliced together, with the room and darkness footage. And here, this is audio from a different take, placed over when I move my arm to make it look like I'm talking. This can be done better in the future, but that's the power of movie magic.
Overall, Holiday Blues was a success for us, and we are very happy in the direction our filmmaking is headed. We have one more technical exercise, and then all effort will be on Shocked. By then, we need to iron out all rookie mistakes and errors, such as not knowing that an 8-year-old iPhone sucks in low light.
That's why the purpose was to learn, so these mistakes don't happen again. Failure is natural. You knew what you were getting yourself into. Don't blame me for your unrealistic timelines for festivals and success.
You could have been clear on the creative restrictions. It's not like it's my job to deal with the production side.
Well, you're not wrong.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this type of content, make sure you hit the like button and leave a comment down below. If you want to stay up to date for when our next technical exercise or project drops, make sure you hit the subscribe button and check out our socials in the description. And that's a wrap.